What's up, ladies? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor. I almost said elsewhere. That's probably going to happen. Dude, it is hotter than a Scotsman's jockstrap right now in England. It's terrible. By the way, before we continue, I want to thank everyone so much for the support in the first episode. I won't lie to you. I was feeling very, very down the past week or two. In fact, I kind of still am. But that did make me feel a little bit better, so thank you. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, it touched me on the inside, not on the outside. Alright, so why is there a... Oh, that's right! So last time, we spoke to a fella out here. By the way, I'm very excited to check out Solitude and see what their version of it is like. I want to see, like, if the guillotine's there where that guy gets his head cut off. Don't remember his name, probably isn't that important, but you all know the guy I'm talking about. Alright, so we've got to meet the contact. I don't know if these are optional if we have to do all three of these, but anyway, we've got to meet the contact, we've got to follow the cryptic directions, and we also have to go check out something at the docks. I think it's like a crate, wasn't there a marking on it or something? So, let's do what's probably going to be the least interesting of those first, and we'll get to Solitude very soon. I think that's... the contact is probably in Solitude, right? Am I reading that correctly? That's where Solitude is, isn't it? I mean, I don't really see it on the map. So what's this? Oh, wait, Solitude's that way? Which way am I facing? Oh, he's over by the windmill. Okay, okay. Alright, anyway, like I said, let's do the, Dude, how cool does that look? Anyway, yeah, let's do the crate first, because like I said, that's probably going to be the least interesting. I don't know how well you can see that from here. I mean, I can barely see it, but at the very bottom of the... whatever that thing was called, I forgot the name already. I'm going to call it the Soul Storm. It's not a Soul Storm, but anyway, there's a... it looks like a glowing blue dude down there. I don't know if that's another player or like a boss or something you can fight at the bottom of that. It's probably a boss. By the way, someone was asking, it was on a different series, but I guess I'm going to address it now. Someone's asking what horse I have. Okay, random cut there because I was rambling. But basically, you got this one, this one, this one, that one, that one, that one. Those are all the horses and those are the other two things. I think I got most of them from pre-ordering the expansions. I think I got the, well, the Digital Deluxe Edition, or whatever it's called, of one of them. I want to say it was probably Morrowind, but I don't really remember. Oh, there you go, there's the marked crate. Not the same marking that we saw before, at least I don't think it is. I thought that was a really badly drawn, like, chicken. You know, like a dead chicken carcass that you eat. That was weird. Anyway, ash-covered fragments. Fragments of pottery, possibly urns, litter the bottom of a hidden compartment beneath packing hay. A strange ash or dust covers the fragments. Okay, so we got some pottery. That was about as interesting as I thought it was going to be. We will be doing side quests and what have you, but for now we're going to stick to the main story for a little bit because I want to check it out. But don't worry, we will stray off the beaten path probably sooner than later. So next up, let's go do the contact, and we'll leave the cryptic directions for last. I remember this place. I don't remember anything important happening here, but there was a dude cutting wood in Skyrim. Sweet, sweet memories. I remember the windmill. Ah, it's all coming back to me. Anyway, I've turned up the game volume quite a bit since last time. It might be too loud, but we're going to talk to this contact first, and then I'll do a quick check of the volume after that, see how balanced it is, and then hopefully we'll be good after that. So where,
Stay back! I'll do it!
Oh.
I'll stab you!
Please don't stab me, I need my guts.
I mean it! One step closer, and I'll stick you like a hawker!
Dude, I love her accent. I have no idea what it is. But you look at her crazy eyes. Come on. Dude, it's like 7:30 in the morning. I'm trying to keep the noise down. That is 10 out of 10. I'm not here to hurt you. But I will if I need to. I need to talk to you about Brondald.
I don't know any Brondald. That is what I told the guards, and that is what I'm telling you. I don't want any more trouble. You make me stab you, and it's my word against yours.
Brondald is dead, and if you keep that up, so will you be. He left me with a handful of papers and a lot of questions.
Dead? Stone's mercy. And I'm next, aren't I?
Quite possibly.
I promise. I don't know anything. I won't make any trouble. I'll disappear. I don't even like it here. You'll never see me again.
She changed her tune really quick from someone that threatened to stab me several times to instantly she's like, I don't want no trouble, friend, even though I'm the one brandishing a ginormous dagger. I didn't kill Brondald. Just tell me what this is all about.
He did not tell me a lot. Said he was tracking some bad people. Asked me to keep an eye out for any unusual comings and goings. He'd come by now and then with a sweet roll and a few coins for my trouble. He was nice.
Let me guess. Somebody stole your sweet roll. And did you see anything out of the ordinary?
The last time we spoke...
With your crazy eyes?
It was about the men with the job postings. A pair of wolves in sheep's clothing. Trying to blend in, but still off around the edges. Same with their horses. Sheared mountain mares. Come from the Reach, I wager.
Job postings?
Flyers. They were hanging them at the inn around the city.
That's usually how postings work, yeah.
Something about a lucrative opportunity in the Druidec Mountains. I really did not pay them a lot of attention. I was more interested in the men distributing them.
So, what are you going to do now?
Take Brondle's horse and run before someone less friendly comes to find me. Bron was going to take me back east after he finished here. I want to live where strangers are welcomed with a smile instead of a scowl. I hear Windhelm is like that.
Bronn from Game of Thrones? Are the people here that suspicious of strangers?
We're stuck between the despot of Markarth and the Skald King of the East. Both sniff around like wolves.
She plucks her
waiting
eyebrows.
For a moment of weakness to strike. Not a day goes by without a threat of war. It is exhausting living this way.
Tell me about it. You think those men were trying to hide where they came from?
They'd be wise to. The only time Reachmen and Nords meet is to kill each other. I always heard they were raiders and barbarians. No interest in honest labor. Or writing, for that matter. Not the sort to post job notices.
What do you think they really want?
Who knows? Maybe they really do need laborers. Can't imagine Reachmen would hire Nords, though. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Tell me about the Reach.
A wild land full of wild folk, located south and west of here. It's changed hands between Reachmen and the Nords more times than I can count. But they control the territory now. Seeing Reachmen wandering the streets of Solitude, it makes me nervous.
Why does that make you nervous?
You'd feel the same if you knew the tales of the fall of Markarth. What the Reachmen do to folks they capture. Better to slice your own throat than let those barbarians take you alive.
Markarth is the Dwemer city, right?
Just run and don't look back.
Dwarven city? Whatever you want to call it. Same bloody thing. Alright, well that was a thing. Alright, let me check the volume real quick. Do you like my pimp outfit, by the way? It's all, you know, aesthetic stuff that, again, I probably got from, you know, beating quests or pre-ordering stuff and blah, blah, blah. So none of it actually does anything. We're still wearing the exact same stuff. We just look straight up ballin' now. Anyway, let me check the volume. You know what? Seems pretty goddamn good to me. I turned up the dialogue volume a teensy little bit. It was on 90. I turned it up to 95. Let's go check out the cryptic directions. I want to go to Solitude, but I'm sure we're going to get told to go there probably immediately after this. So, you know. For now, we'll do what we're told to do like a good boy. What the hell is that? Also, something just said Chubloon. Oh, you're a player. Wait. You are a player, but you killed a Spriggan, I think? Oh, no, you didn't. Well, either way, let's fight the Spriggan. Hello. I think Spriggans are in Elder Scrolls Online anyway, aren't they? Also, I gotta remember to use all my moves and stuff now. Also, I can't remember what any of them are. Isn't that like a suicide? Yes, that's a suicide skeleton. I think I remember the suicide skeleton being crap. Okay, that was what the Spriggan summoned. I would guess this thing's probably gonna come back to life, because isn't that like the gimmick of Spriggans? Or at least before Skyrim it was. I don't think they actually come back to life in Skyrim. Anyway, Brondald's hidden belongings. Not very well hidden, Brondald, I've got to be honest here. How long is this? Really long, but you know what? I'll read it. If you don't want to hear it, feel free to skip ahead in the video. There's a letter to Lyris tucked between the covers. Lyris, if you're reading this, I never made it to our meeting at the Blue Palace. That's in Solitude. I'm likely either dead or in the dungeon, but I was able to send word your way. I don't have solid proof that this Ice Reach coven you're hunting is in Hafengar Hold, but something's rotten in the capital city of Solitude. That's kind of a tongue twister. I know I'm on the right trail. Unfortunately, it seems they know it too. I wish I had more information for you, I'm sorry. Bring what I found to Queen Gerhyld? Heil? Yeah, we'll go with that. She's more level-headed than the High King. Without her influence, I doubt you'll even be allowed to see High King Skyrim. Brondald. The journal itself reads as follows. This assignment is going to be more challenging than I anticipated. Locals are suspicious of strangers. Guards always seem to be watching, even in a city the size of Solitude. That's also kind of a tongue twister. I think it's just the word city and Solitude. It just breaks my brain. Haven't messed it up yet, though. Even amongst Nords, I stick out like a sore thumb. Made one contact at the royal stables. Young woman named Hovin. That's probably who we have to talk to next. Starry-eyed, naive. Told her to keep watch for unusual travelers. No one else is talking. I'm going to settle into a routine and get people used to seeing me around. Everything passes through the lonely troll at some point. It's the best... Am I recording? Thank God I am. It's the best, the best place in the city to talk to the locals and learn about what's going on there. There's an orc that frequents the establishment, goes by the name Morg. Okay, so it seems like we got to speak to several people. He seems willing to talk as long as you keep his mug filled. If anyone knows something about the Ice Reach Covenant, I'm sure to find them in the Lonely Troll. Any trust I build up with the locals evaporated at the mere mention of witches. Won't say a word about them unless you count prayers to the gods. Wasn't there a bar in Solitude? It was called like the something skeever. The stinking skeever, the shrinking skeever, the drinking skeever. It was something like that. Maybe it's called the Lonely Troll now. Maybe they got bought out by, you know, Microsoft or something. Any trust I built up with the locals evaporated at the mere mention of witches. Won't say a word about them unless you count prayers to the gods. I guess they take dark magic more seriously this close to the Reach, but they'd rather shut their ears to it than count misfortune. Poor Vin came through for me. Said some rugged types arrived on mounted mares. Trying a little too hard not to be noticed. They put up some postings around town recruiting for something. Sharp girl. A recruitment flyer is stuffed in between the pages. Laborers and craft workers needed. I'm being attacked by a bloody sprig. You bitch! Alright, we'll carry on reading that in a moment if we can. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be able to, but, you know. The Spriggans ruined everything! It dunked. Oh, okay, wait, what? Holy shit! Oh my god! I can't remember what any of my moves are. What does this do? You know what? I need to read these things. Scythe of Justice. Okay, hold on. Alright, back to where we were. Laborers and craft workers needed. Brave folks sought for distant and dangerous work in uncharted territory beyond the Drudatch Mountains. Travel mandatory. Food and lodgings provided. Yeah, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Lonely Troll in Solitude. These supposed to cross the hold. Alright. I noticed Red Guard ships making regular stops at the dock here. Considering my chilly reception, I find that curious. Cost me a good bit of gold, but the local snitch, Greyguard, we gotta go quick before we get attacked, who I found gambling in alley, provided a solid lead. Red Guard mariners are bringing shipments up from the Sentinel. Manifests say housewares. Crews look more like mercenaries than traders. She saw one discreetly marking some of the crates. Oh, here we go. Think I'll poke around. Tried to grab what was inside, but it got caught and it slipped from my hand before I could wrest it from the crate. I managed to lose the thugs who were after me. I'm just hoping they never got a good look at me. Supposed to meet with Lyris Titanborn, hell of a name, before her audience with Queen Gerhyld and the Blue Palace. Tell her what I found so she can convince High King Skyrim there's a threat to his domain. All I've got is suspicion. Nothing solid. I've heard the High Queen rules with a lighter touch. She might be the sympathetic ear that gets us in the door. Okay, so it sounds like we maybe have 3 different people to talk to in Solitude? I don't know. Either way, Solitude is where we're going next. And apparently it's one person, so ignore everything I said. Yo, check it out. Aurora Borealis. That's a thing in Skyrim. It looks so pretty. Look at this guy. What a chat. He looks way cooler than us. Hey, we found Solitude. Fantastic. I wonder if there's a quest there totally is. Oh, it's I wonder if this is like a daily or repeatable or something. Let's have a look. For glory, brothers! For glory! Cool. Oh, okay, I guess we started. Can you get that off the screen so I can read, please? Thank you. Calling all adventurers, sell swords, and spell slingers, heroes, and ne'er-do-wells. Oh, by the way, I need to mention the whole vampire werewolf situation. I'll talk about that in a minute. Do you long for a greater challenge? Try your might at the battlegrounds, where games of glory and gore await you. We seek the greatest champions of the land for our contests of strategy and skill. Speak to Battlemaster Riven for more information. I felt like the battlegrounds were a thing before, so I think this might be some kind of a PvP thing or something. I don't actually know. So if you want to let me know in the comments, that'd be extremely handy, because I don't want to mess around with that if it's, you know, PvP or whatever, because frankly, Couldn't give a shit about PvP, I am playing for the story. And here we are, Solitude. Well, oh, the guillotine? There's no guillotine? What is this? It's just a bard here instead. Hashtag not my Solitude. Yo, the bard is... Oh, it's a player. I was gonna say, this is the most blatant vampire I've ever seen. Also, he looks pretty much exactly like the guy that we saved at the beginning of the game. I'm guessing he did that intentionally, or that's a really weird coincidence. So yes, I believe, much like the Dawnguard DLC for Skyrim, you can either go down the route of being a werewolf or a vampire. Now, no matter what I pick, I'm gonna disappoint some people. So, I'll just tell you, what the shit was that? That was really... I think walking over this person, who, by the way, I didn't realize was here, like, shot my camera up in the air or something. Yeah. So, no matter who I pick, I'm gonna disappoint some people. So I'll just be honest with you, I don't know which one's better, I have no idea. But I lean towards vampire because it seems really cool. Who doesn't want to be a vampire lord? I mean, werewolves are cool and all that, but vampire lord. So we're probably going to pick vampire, but I can't guarantee that. I guess we'll see. Anyway, let's talk to this hobo, who I think looks like a vampire.
Have you ever seen a vampire?
Yeah, I think I'm looking at one.
Can't quite remember where, but it'll come to me. I swear I saw some werewolves on my way to Solitude too. Or maybe that was in Glenumbra.
I don't trust. Look at these eyes, man. I mean, maybe I'm being horribly racist. Maybe that's just like an elven thing, but those are some dark eyes. You know? And I'm talking like beautiful brown eyes, kind of dark eyes. I'm talking like, oh, Proudspire Manor. That's the house that you totally buy. I remember that. I'm talking like terrifyingly black as the night kind of eyes. Also, I've gone the wrong way apparently to get the way shrine, so that's kind of embarrassing. So yeah, these blue arrows, I think they are some kind of repeatable quest or something like that, so we are going to leave those well alone. Here we go, we got the way shrine. Lovely. Jubbly. Where are we going? Oh, so where's Proudspire? Oh, the Bard's College. So I don't actually know how we pick becoming a werewolf or a vampire. I'm going to assume that at some point during this, they're going to be like, hey, do you want to be a vampire? Or do you want to be a werewolf, buddy? You got to pick one of them, bibbidi boopy. And if that comes up, then it comes up. But if there's something specific I have to do that's a little more complex, then I have no idea. I think becoming a werewolf / a vampire in the regular game was a pain in the ass. I seem to remember someone playing this many years ago, and he said something like he had to get another player to infect him with the werewolf, lycanthropy. That's what it's called. Yeah. So I don't know. Where's Proudspire? I feel like it's... Oh, it's literally... Of course, it's the Bible house symbol. Okay, so of course you can buy Proudspire, or at least you can have it as a player at home. Maybe you don't have to buy it. Let's poke our heads in here really quickly. See what's going on with this. It's just as hideous as I remember it. No, I'm kidding. I wonder if they have the backwards chest upstairs. For those that don't know, right? When Bethesda made this this player-owned home in, you know, proper Skyrim, not, you know, Elder Scrolls Online Skyrim, Skyrim the game. Patio? Check out the patio. Was there a patio before? I feel like there wasn't. Well, that's lovely. Yeah. Anyway, so. If you go upstairs in Proudspire Manor, go have a look at the chest at the foot of the bed. I think it's that chest. There's some chest in the bedroom anyway. I think it's that one. The chest is backwards. So when you open it, it opens towards the wall or towards the bed or wherever the hell it is. And it bugs the shit out of me. You can fix it if you go in the editor and just turn the chest around yourself, which I literally did, but yeah, drove me nuts. There's actually a lot of little buggy things going on with the interior of Proudspire Manor. I feel like this looks different. No, I mean, of course it does look different. It's because it's not furnished. Isn't there, like, bookshelves all along here normally? Or something, some kind of racks along here, I think. And, yeah, I feel like the interior is not exactly the same. And this was, like, a room with wine barrels and stuff, I think. I don't really remember. It's been a very, very long time since I was in Proudspire Manor. What up? Who are you?
We didn't build Solitude on the Great Arch originally. No, we started near it, letting it shelter us from the winds.
Interesting. Okay, thank you for the lore, good man. Alright, well anyway, let's go, clan fear. Let's go straight to what we're doing. There seems to be a absolute butt ton of quests around here, which is quite exciting. Is that another player at home over there? I mean, if you look at the compass, yeah, it's not the same one as Proudspire. It seems like it's really far away. Maybe it's outside Solitude? Don't actually know. Anyways, this is not the Blue Palace, right? I think we have to go up somewhere to get to the Blue Palace. Oh, this is the Blue Palace. Man, this doesn't seem exactly... okay, so I remember the courtyard. Now it looks like the Blue Palace I remember. Hello to you.
I'm accustomed to stairs, but I reached my threshold for gawkers a long time ago. Move along. I'm waiting for someone.
Wow, she just roasted the hell out of me. Brondald isn't coming, he did. I did not do it, before you ask. Also, your armor looks cool as hell. Can I have it?
He's what?
That's the DLC armor, isn't it?
Queen Gerhyld will be here at any moment. Look, Her Highness is expecting to talk to me and my contact. I need you to pretend to be that contact, or this will go very badly.
It's called like Nordic Carved or whatever, right, I think? What's this all about?
We can exchange intimate details of our lives later. Right now, just know that the safety of all of Skyrim, maybe even all of Tamriel, depends on how this meeting goes. So follow my lead and be on your best behavior with Her Highness.
Follow your lead with what?
Lyris Titanborn. Your reputation is known even here in the West.
Hello,
Is
it's
this
nice to
one of
meet you.
your
Okay.
famed companions?
No, but I assure you my partner is one of the Skald King's best. Go introduce yourself, partner.
Sorry, I was looking at the other player. Kitty, hello.
I am Gerhyld, Queen of Skyrim. Allow me to welcome you on behalf of our kingdom, our city, and our hold. Who might you be?
Wait a minute. You're the Queen of Skyrim. I thought there was like multiple kings and queens. Or maybe that's only in Skyrim because, you know, there was... I don't know. I thought it was like a Game of Thrones thing, right? Where there was multiple. Are you the only one? God, she's got like permanent resting bitch face. Anyway, well, it would be permanent. It's resting. Anyway, I'm Jason McFurryface. They call me that because I have a furry face and my name's Jason. Your Majesty. I'm not a furry. I'm just a furry cat.
The letter that preceded your arrival said an attempt was made on the Skald King's life. It indicated that High King Svargrim would be next. My husband took that as an accusation and a threat. He will not meet with you, but I will hear you out.
I've witnessed some concerning things since I arrived here, Your Majesty. The carpet... ugly.
Have you anything that would persuade my husband? It will take some substantial evidence to convince High King Svargrim to heed the words of the hated Yoren, the Skald King.
There's evidence of Reachman activity around Solitude. Also vampires, werewolves, and witches, which is way more interesting. But, you know, we're not going to mention that. That's on the down low.
Reachman transgressions will not be enough for Svargrim to accept outside help. He's a prideful man, and the bad blood between him and Yoren runs deep.
Get it? Blood.
I will
Vampires.
speak on your behalf, but you and Lyris will need to bring me proof he cannot ignore.
We'll find that proof, Your Majesty.
Thank you for
Don't you
alerting
worry.
me to this situation. I am eager to see what else you uncover. I will do what I can, but be as discreet as possible. If you run afoul of my husband, he won't hesitate to return you to Yoren, and not necessarily in one piece.
Man, everyone is threatening me or roasting me around here. Why is there bad blood between High King Svargrim and Durin the Skald King?
Eastern and Western Skyrim have been at odds since the kingdom was divided. Yoren's ambitions for the Ruby Throne, however, have created a new level of tension. Forming alliances and raising armies for conquest. Should we not be wary of such a man?
Svargrim thinks Jorun wants to take over his kingdom. Also, there's a wolf running at you.
Frankly, yes. He believes Yoren hasn't marched here with an army as yet, because the Western holds are firmly united against Pact rule. My husband is certain Yoren plots to erode those allegiances. He will not easily earn the High King's trust.
What sort of proof will persuade the High King to listen?
You must convince my husband that a threat greater than Yoren exists. Further, this threat must directly imperil the High King. Find proof of this, and I will assist you how I can. Helping to keep our hold safe will also allay his concerns.
If only there were vampires, werewolves, and witches that we could use as also a thread. What we've found so far isn't enough for this pillock?
It's enough for me to believe your intentions are sincere. Learn more about these suspicious activities you mentioned, then bring it to me.
I like a
If
belt.
this threat is as dangerous as Yoren claims, prove it, and I will make my husband listen to reason.
I don't like that it's clipping through her clothing. Like, I feel like when you make a piece of clothing specifically for an NPC, you should, you know, like, make sure it doesn't clip, but whatever. A soldier accused me of being a spy. Are your people always so suspiciously stupid?
My deepest apologies. Between the Reach to our south and the Ebonheart Pack to the east, our soldiers have come to see all outsiders as a potential threat. I will look into this. Vigilance cannot be allowed to become a bludgeon.
That's a cool line. I love the dialogue in this game. That's why I listen to it and play it like a single-player game, because it's actually really good for an MMO. It's honestly, it's really good just, like, by any standard. There's not many games that live up to this quality of writing, you know? Sometimes it almost feels like you're in Game of Thrones previously to Season 8, which was shit.
You handled that better than I expected. Now, what in Mara's name happened to Brundold?
He was fleeing pursuit and gave me a bundle of papers before he comically span around in a circle and died.
Damn. Lucky thing he found you. Brundold was supposed to get the lay of the land before I got here. Without his information, my work for Yoren the Skald King could be over before it begins.
That's a cool name, by the way.
What did he give you? Hand it over.
Yoren the Skald King. Here's everything I found.
Smugglers and Reachmen up to illicit business. Nothing unusual there, but Brundold thought it could be connected to the Coven. I'm short a good investigator, and you stepped into the role easily enough. Can I count on you to help me with this?
Oh lord, no. What do you need me to do?
Brundold mentioned some locals we should have a talk with. A snitch named Grega who likes to gamble in back alleys.
Well, the people
and an
from the
orc
paper,
named
innit?
Mog who frequents the Lonely Troll Inn.
And by the paper, I mean
Let's
the journal.
find them and see what they can tell us.
Can you explain what this is all about? Who are you again? Sorry, I've got short-term memory loss.
Lyris Titanborn. I was one of Emperor Varen's 5 companions. Currently, I serve Yoren the Skald King. Skyrim's my home.
Such a cool
and
name.
I'll do whatever's necessary to protect it.
Are there giants
Whoever's
here?
behind these threats will regret it. As soon as we identify them.
I saw mammoths in the opening cutscene. I hope there's giants, and I hope they're still buggy so that when they hit you, they launch you up in the air, but they're probably not. The Queen recognized you.
This axe and I have been all over Tamriel. To oblivion and back on more than one occasion, for that
Me
matter.
too. Great game. Gonna play
I've
it
earned
soon.
my reputation. Yoren
Again.
hoped my fame might persuade Svargrim to grant me an audience. But it seems to be working against me.
Makes you say that, pal.
Most of the tales of my exploits involve the liberal application of the blade of my axe. Svargrim must think Yoren sent me here to strong-arm him into joining the Pact. He's wrong.
They're
I'd
wrong.
probably jump to the same conclusion.
So, what's this all about?
Succinctly? No. But
Great
I'll try.
word.
The Icereach Coven recently attacked the Skald King. We learned they're planning something in western Skyrim as well. So Yoren sent me to warn them. Beyond that, we have the leads Brundold found, and that's about it.
Yeah, I like all this lore stuff, you know, when it, again, is a bit more Game of Thronesy, a bit more, you know, feuding parties and kings and queens and betrayal and stuff like that. That's cool. But the nerd in me, which is most of me, cannot wait until we get to the vampires and werewolves and witches and shit properly. I'm just saying. Tell me about the Icereach Coven.
Reach witches from an island to the north in
That's
the Sea
more
of
like
Ghosts. Nords drove their kind out of Skyrim a long time ago, and we thought they were gone forever.
I know the Sea of
Seems
Ghosts.
we were wrong.
That's north, isn't it? Why did Joran send you to help Svargrim? They obviously have a bad history.
While it's true that Svargrim and Yoren don't get along, the Skald King doesn't want something terrible to befall western Skyrim. That would be bad for the east as well as the west. Besides, Yoren was hoping for an opportunity to improve relations.
How do we know the smugglers and reachmen are even connected, rather? By the way, really quick. You know what, I'll mention it at the end of the video.
We don't, but it's all we've got. Even if they aren't connected to the Icereach Coven, taking care of a few of Svargrim's problems might earn us some goodwill. Now, let's go check out the back alleys and the Lonely Troll Inn.
Can you explain what this is all about? Sorry, I have short-term memory loss.
Succinctly? No, but I'll try.
Okay.
The
I
Icereach
ran to the Coven, I overheard
recently
them planning
attacked
something
the
about
Skald
destructive
King.
storms and a
We learned
harvest.
their plan- I had a run-in with the Coven too. First at their stronghold in the Sea of Ghosts, then in Eastmarch. They tried to, well, Let's say they had plans of an unkind nature regarding the Skald King.
My God.
I stopped them, then came here to warn Svargrim.
My God. Alright, cool. Anyway, so let's get over to today's episode. By the way, really quick, I want to mention, first of all, again, thank you so much for the support on the first episode. It really does, genuinely, it means a lot to me. Thank you. If you want to continue supporting the series, that would be really great. If you want to click the like button, leave a comment, again, it would help out a great deal. It's super important, especially this early on in a new series, so thank you very, 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 very much for those of you that have done that. Thank you just for, you know, making it through the video. Why are my feet glowing green? I have no idea. And now it's gone. I must have got a buff from someone or something. Wait, was it the dodge roll? Oh, it's the dodge roll. I don't know what that does. That's really strange. If you want to explain it to me as well, be my guest. Anyway, so I want to point out, we will be doing Oblivion very, very soon on the channel. We're just going to get a little bit into Greymoor before I start that, because I don't want to be, like, at the very beginning of 2 Elder Scrolls games at the same time. Not that this is the beginning, because it's an MMO, and I played like a bunch of expansions. That was another thing I wanted to mention. I have played the entirety of Elsewhere, the entirety of Morrowind, the expansion I'm talking about, and the entirety of the other one, whatever the Christ that was, which is escaping my... No, I didn't finish Somerset, did I? I got most of the way through that. It's kind of trailed off on that one, unfortunately. It was just very, very long, but it was good, though. Anyway, thank you once again. You're awesome, and I'll see you next time for more Elder Scrolls Online. Greymoor. Hey, thank you for watching. I could not do this without the support of the patrons. If you would like to become a patron yourself, you can do so over at patreon.com/MrAndersonLP. And thank you very much to this month's patrons, who are Miss Justice83, James Marsden, Bloodpire, Nicorin, Billy Nine, Shadow Sephiroth 666, Awena 1997, Trenigan334, Rex Burham, Luna Parker, Trent123, Lewd Smoke Soldier, Philip Rep, George Blackwell, KP Shadow Squirrel, Pedro Marquez, Hitbox, and Black Wolf 8904. Thank you very much, everyone. You are awesome, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.